Hi, dear friend and visitor. Today we will tell you something about Hasbro Interactive, an American video game production company which we call it as HI company in the presentation. This company achieved a huge success when it was set up in 1995, but will close quickly in a few years. What caused the rise of HI and what caused the fall down of the large enterprise? In this video, we will analyze it and give our own comments. Let's have a look at our outlines. First, we will give a brief introduction of HI, then we will state the problem in HI's failure and give some analysis. Next, some suggestions will be provided as our recommendations, and finally, we will give our conclusion in this case. At first, let's take a brief look at Hasbro. Hasbro was founded by Henry Hasselfield in 1923, which original name Hasselfield Brothers. This company created many famous toys and games in the following decades, including Money Play, Nerf, Batman, and so on. Gradually, Hasbro became one of the biggest toy companies in America. In 1995, Alan Hasselfield decided it was time once again to take a risk on interactive games, and he chose Tom Dusenberry, an ambitious rising star from Parker Brothers, to plan this item and created the HI. HI achieved a big success and the renewals more than doubled in 1997, from $35 million to $86 million. Based on this success again in the next year. However, after Christmas sales season in 1998, the number of unsold products returned from retailers was very large. In the end of 1999, HI lost tens of millions of dollars, and the company management also appeared some problem. Eventually, Hasbro sold HI at a low price at the end of 2000, just about $1 billion.
Now we will talk about the problem and analyze why and how those issues came out. The first main issue is about decision making. HI chose a conservative strategy for their new product at the early stage of the development, and it was commitment to transform the current products into interactive pattern. However, after HI generates a big success in 1997 and 1998 with huge profits in new interactive acting, the company planned to raise revenue target to $1 billion, and in order to achieve that goal, the CEO expanded its business activities such as expanding product line, business units, and acquiring several companies. HI accelerates the pace of the new business development. The over-optimistic expectations far exceed the actual marketing needs. Blending confidence affected the decision-making and the senior executives. It also stimulated the staff's ambitions. HI had a goal which is unrealistic and irrational at that time. Thus, wrong targets lead to wrong business activities and strategies. Inappropriate market focus and analysis hindered the promotion of products. As a result, no doubt that HI failed to achieve the planned profit, but led to a disappointing business performance. Decision-making occurs as a reaction to a problem. Every decision requires people to interpret and evaluate information. For HI senior executives, they should be more rational to formulate the strategy of the company, but people are usually content to find an acceptable or reasonable solution to a problem rather than an optimal one. Because the human mind cannot formulate and solve complex problems with full rationality, and the company's ability was overestimated by managers. So, the overconfident expectation had a negative influence on business activities, and the failure would let them feel depressed in working. What's more, HI employees began to lose confidence, and the lack of confidence would cause a decline in enthusiasm and motivation.
Some issues about the communication. For one thing, Hasbro and HI chosen different cooperators to promote their games, and Hasbro personnel don't feel to consult with HI staff, so that they couldn't implement strategies like HI do. This too confirms employees couldn't understand each other, as well as the company didn't build an effective channel of communication between them. HI, as a large group, was made up of individuals. Each of them had feeling, thinking, and behavior are influenced by their emotions and characters. The miscommunication between staffs bring by the inconvenience of cooperation, and it is almost impossible to accomplish the established plans when they are working in a team, and they don't have an effective working relationship. For another thing, management conflict lay in the enterprise because of certain separation of benefit, accessibility, and coordination between supervisor and staff, especially between the new CFO from the head office and all staff in the HR. The changes of management style would damp employees' creativity and motivation. That would affect the morale of the employees, efficiency of the organization, and difficult to create a cohesive group. In this context, it is necessary for them to use the negotiation to resolve conflicts, but neither side has shown any inclination to compromise. Hence, HI fell down. Now we will give some recommendations to solve these problems.
Okay, now I will bring 3 recommendations for 2 aspects: communication and decision making. Firstly, for communication, the company can set some activities of outward bound to promote the communication between employees at regular intervals, such as at the beginning of every quarter. And the whole course will take about 2 days. This series of activities include climbing over the obstacles, passing the crocodile, releasing oneself by trusting teammates, and so on. What are the procedures of the activities? First of all, participants should take the adventure and experience it, and then they share the strategies and collect the key points in the activities. Finally, do it again. So after all, the activities can improve the responsibility of members, build a sense of cooperation, which means they should help and support each other, understand others by role reversal, improve efficiency of communication and cooperation. The second recommendation is that the employees can provide anonymous suggestions. This action will ensure the effective communication between managers and employees. Because if let them negotiation face-to-face, the employees might not dare to say anything. In this course, the company should treat the suggestions seriously. The suggestion boxes are divided into manager box, HR box, factory director box, and the planning department box. The box should be opened every week. The suggestions should be feedback in weekly reports of managers. The reflection of suggestion should be announced in 15 days on the billboard. Also, company can set a supervisor department to evaluate the suggestion. The third recommendation is for decision making. Before they make the decisions, they need to give a serious evaluation for each important decision. The decision makers of HI should ask themselves if the company owes the ability to develop the products by themselves, and if they can transform the products from other companies to the video games successfully. They also need to consider some other problems, such as the suitable development period and how long the players will move to the internet. After all, HI can design better project to predict for a suitable goal rather than proposing an over-optimistic expectation and extravagant goal which is hard to achieve. Also, they should focus on learning and developing of the product, such as video games by themselves. Then they can analyze and predict the emergency brought by the new technology, and they can avoid loss in the new technology environment.
In conclusion, although the failure of Hasbro Interactive has been a fact, and our recommendation could never be adopted by this company, the case and experience of Hasbro Interactive is still very useful for many companies to consider and study. If Hasbro Interactive could be more cautious in making decisions and put more efforts in communication and negotiation, Hasbro Interactive may exist longer. But we also admit if we were in the same position, we might make the same mistake. Who knows? And thanks for your watching.